Today, we will learn tenses in detail. Do you know that you may know hundreds and thousands of words, still you will sound wrong if you don't know tenses. So let's begin. Under present tense, we have simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. The same goes with past and future tenses as well. Past tense, simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. In future, simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. First is simple present tense. In simple present tense, the form is subject plus V1. Now, what is V1? Look here. V1 is present, V2 is past, V3 is past participle. We have three form of verbs. Present, go, past, when, past participle, gone. And in simple present tense, we will use V1 form of the verb. Now, with I, you, we, they means first person, second person, third person plural, we use go, do, play, live. That means we do not add s after the verb. And with third person singular, he, she or it or any name like Rahul or Carol, we use goes, does, plays, lives. We add s or es after the verb. Now let's go through the rules of simple present tense. First rule, habits and routines. We use simple present tense in case of habits and routines. For example, I drink tea every morning. I, first person, so no s after the verb, just drink. He goes to school every day. Goes. So, es we are adding after the verb. Why? Because he is third person singular. Second rule is we use simple present tense in situations like universal truth or facts. Facts means information. So universal truth, see, the earth revolves around the sun. This will never change. This is universal truth. Carol works as a teacher. This is fact or information. That is why again we are using simple present tense. The earth, third person singular, so revolves. Carol, third person singular, so works. Next one is present continuous. The form is subject, am, is or are plus verb. But since it is continuous tense, we use ing form of the verb. With I, that is first person, we use am. He, she or it, that is third person, we use is. And for second person or third person plural, that is we or they, we use are. Now let's come to the rules. First rule is very simple, as we all know, that we use present continuous in situations or when we are talking about the actions that we are doing right now. Like I am teaching tenses right now. So actions happening now at the time of speaking. He is drinking water right now. They are watching a movie. So, is drinking, are watching. These are present continuous tenses. Next rule is temporary activities. Temporary activities, what does it mean? Something that gets over, something that is not permanent. My cousin is staying with us for a couple of weeks. So, my cousin will go away after a couple of weeks. Carol is learning to speak English. Not necessarily Carol is sitting now and learning English, but in Carol's life, this is taking place right now. But a time will come when her learning will get over. So, Carol is learning to speak English. This is temporary activity and we are using present continuous tense. Next one is recent changes taking place. Any changes that are taking place recently. The earth is getting polluted day by day, or the earth is getting warmer day by day. Is getting. The price of petroleum is rising rapidly. Recent changes is rising. So these are the three rules or three situations in which we use present continuous tense. The first is actions happening right now. Next, temporary activities and recent changes taking place. Next is present perfect tense. Now in present perfect tense, we use subject, has or have, then V3. That means the past participle form of the verb. With I, you, we, they, we use have. With third person singular, that is he, she or it, we use has. Now the rule is completed actions. Completed actions in the past, but you have to remember the time is not important here. In present perfect tense, only the action is important. Like see, I have finished my homework. Here, it is not important when I finished my homework, but the action is only important. So, I have finished my homework. She has taught English to many students. When, not important. Action is important, has taught. Okay. Now, with present perfect tense, we have to do simple past tense because there is a link between the two. In simple past tense, first let's talk about the form. Subject plus V2. V2 means past form of the verb. Completed action in the past. Time is important. That means both in present perfect and simple past, we are referring to actions that are completed. But in present perfect, the time is not important. In simple past, the time is important. So when we will mention the time, we have to use simple past tense. I finished my project yesterday. Now, if we remove yesterday, then we can say I have finished my project. Present perfect. Finished. She went to Kolkata last week. We are mentioning the time. So, went. So, present perfect and simple past, both we use in case of actions that have been completed. But here, we are not mentioning the time. In simple past, we are mentioning the time. In present perfect, the action is important. In simple past, time is important. Next, we move over to present perfect continuous tense. The form is subject plus has or have plus being plus ing form of the verb. Whenever there is continuous tense, we have to use the ing form of the verb. Rule is actions that started in the past and are still continuing. Any action that has started but it is still continuing in the present time. That is the rule. We have been waiting to see the doctor for 3 hours. So we have been waiting for 3 hours. It started 3 hours past and it is still continuing. He has been suffering from fever since Monday last. Has been suffering. Now, where to use for and where to use since. This is very important. When we are mentioning the duration, 3 hours, 3 months, 2 hours, 1 day, that is duration, we are using for. And when we are mentioning the starting point, means he has been suffering from which day? From Monday. So, when we are mentioning the starting point, we are using since. Past continuous tense. The form is subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb. With I, we use was. He, she or it was, you, we or they were. Unfinished ongoing action in the past plus finished action. Now this might seem a little bit complicated, but it is very easy. See, the power went out when I was studying. Now here, the unfinished action is I was studying. While I was studying, the power went out. So in the unfinished action, we are using this past continuous form. Was studying. Okay. And in the finished action, we are using the past form. That is went. So, in sentences of past continuous, if one part of the verb is having or in one part of the sentence we are using past continuous, the other part will be simple past. This part is the finished action. The power went out. This part is the unfinished action because when I was studying, it was not over. I was in between. So, I was the power went out when I was studying. Clear? While he was having dinner, his mother called again. This was unfinished action because he was still having his dinner. His mother called. This is finished action. So this is simple past. And the unfinished ongoing action was having. Past continuous form of the verb we are using. Now, why having? Why not eating? This you have to remember. In case of medicine or drugs, we use taking. I am taking medicine. In case of lunch, dinner, breakfast. In lunch, when I'm saying that I'm having lunch, I am not mentioning the food item. It can be anything. So when we are not mentioning the particular food item, we are only saying lunch or dinner or breakfast. We are saying it having. I'm having dinner. I'm having lunch. So here, while he was having dinner, not eating dinner. And when we are mentioning the food item like rice or dal or burger or pizza, we are using eating. I'm eating rice and dal. Okay. The next one is past perfect tense. The form is subject plus had plus V3. V3 means past participle form of the verb. We use this in case of the first past action. Now see, the patient had died before the doctor arrived. So here are two actions. One is the patient died. Another action is the doctor arrived. Now in this sentence, which one happened first? The patient died before the doctor arrived. So in case of this first past action, we use past perfect tense. And in the second action, simple past tense. So in past perfect also, if one part of the sentence we are using past perfect tense, in the next part of the sentence you have to use simple past tense. And in the first action, had is used. When we went to the theater, the movie had already started. Here again, the movie started before we reached. So the movie had started. Okay, and the another action, that is we reached, that happened later, we are using simple past, that is went. Okay, next one is past perfect continuous tense. There is again a link between past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. The form is subject plus had plus been plus ing form of the verb. Verb ing, why? Because this is a continuous tense. First past continuous action. Now see, in past perfect, it was first past action. In past perfect continuous, it is first past continuous action. The rule is the same. We had been waiting for 2 hours when the doctor finally arrived. Now, the doctor arrived later. We were waiting before. We had been waiting for 3 hours. This is the first past continuous action. Okay? There is a continuity. We had been waiting for 2 hours, 3 hours, then the doctor arrived. This happened next. So the later action is simple past tense. He had been walking all day, so he felt tired. He had been walking all day. There is a continuity. Had been working all day. So first he was working all day. That is why he felt tired. So here also past perfect continuous. First past continuous action. He had been working all day, so he felt tired. The next action is simple past tense.